If you are watching this right now, this message is not an accident. Something is about to change in your life, and God wants you prepared. Your biggest breakthrough may be closer than you think. There is a reason this video found you at this exact moment. Not yesterday, not next week, right now. Because timing matters when it comes to spiritual shifts. Many people miss their breakthrough not because it was not coming, but because they did not recognize the signs before it arrived. Today, you are going to learn how to recognize those signs. You are going to understand what God may be doing behind the scenes in your life. And most importantly, you will discover why the struggles you are facing could actually be proof that something powerful is about to happen. Stay with me until the end, because one of the biggest mistakes people make is quitting during the final stage of preparation. There is a moment right before change happens when pressure feels heavier than ever. It feels confusing, it feels unfair, it feels exhausting. Yet that moment is often the closest point to transformation. Missing this understanding can delay blessings for months, sometimes even years. But understanding it can change everything. There are patterns that repeat throughout history and faith that most people overlook. Breakthrough rarely arrives during comfort. It usually follows a season of uncertainty, loss, or waiting. Many people think God's silence means absence. In reality, silence often means construction is happening where you cannot see. Foundations are being built. Character is being strengthened. Direction is being adjusted. When something significant is about to enter your life, preparation becomes necessary. One lesser-known truth is that emotional battles often increase right before positive change. Doubt becomes louder. Fear tries to take control. Old memories resurface. Unexpected obstacles appear. These moments are not random. They are part of a transition period. Growth creates resistance. Progress triggers opposition. Understanding this removes confusion and replaces it with awareness. Awareness brings confidence. Confidence keeps you moving forward instead of giving up. Another important point you will learn today is why delays do not mean denial. Many people assume that unanswered prayers mean rejection. That belief creates discouragement. But timing plays a role that humans often cannot see. There are moments when opportunities are not ready yet. There are moments when people around you are not prepared yet. There are even moments when you are not fully prepared yet. Preparation is not punishment. It is protection. You will also learn how to identify internal signals that your life is entering a new phase. Sometimes the signs are subtle: a sudden desire for change, a feeling that old habits no longer fit, a growing discomfort with environments that once felt normal. These feelings are not random mood shifts. They can be indicators that you are evolving into the next version of yourself. Growth often begins internally before it becomes visible externally. Throughout this video, we will also talk about the danger of negative thinking during critical seasons. Thoughts carry influence. When fear dominates the mind, actions become smaller. When hope returns, actions become stronger. Many breakthroughs are delayed not by circumstances, but by mindset. Learning how to protect your thoughts during difficult periods can accelerate progress in ways people do not expect. There is also something deeply encouraging you need to understand. Some of the greatest transformations happen after the darkest moments. History shows this pattern again and again. People who achieved extraordinary things often went through seasons when nothing made sense. Doors closed, plans failed, support disappeared. Yet those moments were not endings, they were turning points. Recognizing this pattern brings strength during uncertainty. Another reason you should watch until the end is because we will discuss a powerful shift that happens when faith replaces fear. Faith does not mean ignoring problems, it means trusting that problems are temporary. Fear focuses on obstacles, faith focuses on possibilities. When perspective changes, behavior changes. When behavior changes, outcomes begin to change. This connection between belief and action is stronger than most people realize. There is also a message here for anyone who feels forgotten. Feeling overlooked can create deep discouragement. It can make progress seem impossible. But many breakthroughs begin quietly. Before recognition comes preparation. Before elevation comes development. Quiet seasons are not wasted seasons. they are often the most important ones. As you continue watching, you will begin to see your situation differently. Challenges may start to look like training, waiting may start to look like positioning. Obstacles may start to look like redirection. Perspective has the power to transform emotional weight into motivation, and motivation creates movement. By the end of this video, you will understand why this moment in your life might be more significant than you thought. You will see signs that your breakthrough could already be forming, and you will gain encouragement to keep going, even if things feel uncertain right now. So stay with me. Do not miss what comes next, because sometimes one message at the right moment can shift everything. Welcome to our channel. This is a place where faith, encouragement, and purpose come together to help you move forward with confidence. If you believe messages like this matter, make sure you subscribe to the channel and join this community. Your journey matters, and you are not alone. There are moments in life when everything feels paused. You are moving, but nothing is changing. You are trying, but nothing is improving. Days start to blend together. Effort continues, yet results feel distant. It creates a quiet frustration that builds slowly over time. Not loud, not dramatic, just heavy. You've been trying, you've been praying, but nothing seems to move. That feeling can shake confidence. It can create questions that you never expected to ask. Questions about timing, questions about purpose, questions about whether anyone is really listening. Waiting is difficult when there is no clear sign that anything is happening behind the scenes. Humans are wired to respond to visible progress. When progress is invisible, doubt tries to fill the space. There are nights when thoughts become louder than usual. You replay situations in your mind. You wonder if you made wrong choices. You wonder if you missed opportunities. You wonder if change will ever come. That emotional weight is real. Many people carry it silently. From the outside, life looks normal. Inside, there is tension between hope and discouragement. Feeling forgotten is one of the hardest emotions to process. Watching others move forward while you feel stuck can create comparison. Comparison can create insecurity. Insecurity can create fear. Fear can weaken faith. It becomes a cycle that feeds itself unless something interrupts it. But there is something important happening in moments like these. Delays are not denial. Timing has layers that humans cannot always see. Preparation often happens before opportunity appears. Growth often happens before recognition arrives. There are seasons where nothing seems to change externally because everything is changing internally. Strength is forming, patience is developing, awareness is increasing. These qualities cannot grow instantly. They require time. God prepares people before blessing them. Consider how pressure creates endurance. Challenges create resilience. Obstacles create problem-solving ability. Hard seasons build muscles that easy seasons never could. When life becomes uncomfortable, it often means expansion is happening. Comfort rarely forces growth. Difficulty does. What feels like silence is actually preparation. Silence does not mean absence. It can mean construction. It can mean alignment. It can mean protection from something you cannot yet see. There are moments when doors remain closed because the timing is not safe yet. There are moments when waiting is preventing mistakes that could create long-term consequences. As preparation increases, signs begin to appear, subtle at first, then more noticeable. You may feel pressure increasing in different areas of life. Responsibilities feel heavier. Decisions feel more serious. Emotions feel stronger. Pressure often rises before transition because growth requires adjustment. Diamonds form under pressure. Strength develops under resistance. Old doors may start closing. Situations that once worked begin to fall apart. Relationships change. Opportunities shift. At first, this feels negative. Loss always feels uncomfortable, but closure creates space. Space allows new things to enter. Holding on to what no longer fits can block what is meant to arrive. Emotional battles can also become stronger. Doubt tries to return. Fear becomes louder. Memories from the past resurface. This does not mean you are moving backward. It often means you are confronting things that need to be released before moving forward. Healing sometimes feels messy before it feels peaceful. Then there are moments of sudden clarity. Thoughts become sharper. Realizations appear unexpectedly. You begin to see patterns you did not notice before. Awareness increases. You start understanding yourself differently. You start recognizing what needs to change. Clarity is a powerful indicator that transition is happening internally. A strong desire to change your life can also appear. Habits that once felt normal begin to feel uncomfortable. Environments that once felt acceptable begin to feel limiting. This discomfort is not random. It is often a signal that you are outgrowing your current situation. Growth creates tension between who you were and who you are becoming. Breakthrough often comes right after the hardest moment. That is the part many people never see because they stop too soon. They interpret difficulty as failure instead of transition. They interpret delay as rejection instead of preparation. They interpret resistance as a sign to quit instead of a sign to push forward. Many people quit right before miracles. History is full of stories where success was one step away from surrender. Progress is not always visible immediately. Seeds grow underground before they appear above the surface. Roots develop before branches expand. Without roots, growth cannot survive. Invisible progress is still progress. Fear can block blessings. Fear changes behavior. It causes hesitation. It creates avoidance. It limits action. Opportunities often require courage to recognize and accept. When fear dominates thinking, opportunities can pass unnoticed. Confidence opens doors that fear keeps closed. Negative thinking delays progress. Thought patterns influence perception. Perception influences decisions. Decisions influence outcomes. When the mind expects failure, it searches for evidence of failure. When the mind expects possibility, it searches for solutions. Protecting thoughts during difficult seasons is not denial. It is strategy. Do not give up now. You are closer than you realize. Momentum builds slowly, then suddenly. There is a tipping point where effort begins to produce visible results. Many people walk away just before reaching that point. Persistence bridges the gap between preparation and breakthrough. Trusting timing becomes easier when you recognize patterns. Life moves in seasons. Winter does not last forever. Night does not last forever. Waiting does not last forever. Movement is always happening, even when it feels slow. Trust God's timing. Timing includes reveal moments that humans cannot schedule. Opportunities appear unexpectedly. Connections happen suddenly. Solutions become clear without warning. What looked impossible begins to shift. Trust allows patience to exist without losing hope. Keep moving forward. Small steps still count. Progress does not need to be dramatic to be real. Consistency creates change over time. Each effort builds momentum. Momentum creates transformation. Believe again. Belief is powerful because it changes energy. It changes posture. It changes persistence. When belief returns, motivation returns. When motivation returns, action increases. Action creates results. Stay patient. Patience is not passive. It is active trust. It is continuing effort without immediate reward. It is maintaining faith during uncertainty. Patience strengthens character in ways instant success never could. What is coming will make sense of everything you went through. Moments that felt random will connect. Delays will reveal purpose. Struggles will show meaning. Pain will show lessons. Understanding often arrives after the journey, not during it. This is your confirmation. Your season is changing. Your breakthrough is already in motion. If this message spoke to your heart today, do not ignore that feeling. Moments like this can become turning points. Sometimes a simple decision to believe again is the first step toward real change. Right now, take a second and comment, "I'm ready," below. This is not just a comment, it is a declaration. It is a way of saying that you are open to what God is about to do in your life. When you put it into words, it becomes more real in your mind and in your spirit. Also, make sure you like this video. When you do that, you help this message reach someone else who might be struggling silently, someone who needs encouragement just like you did today. One click can make a bigger impact than you realize. And if you want more messages that strengthen your faith, lift your mindset, and remind you that you are not alone in your journey, subscribe to our channel. This community is growing with people who are choosing hope over fear and faith over doubt. Your breakthrough story is still being written. Stay connected, stay encouraged, and stay ready for what is coming next.